Hey everybody, Texas Danny coming to you from the Pizza Parlor here in Texas, right? North Texas, where we've got a lot of changes going on right now. Now we recently had some sad events here in Texas, down in Houston, which are suspect. We got to think about that. It may have just happened as it happened, or it may be something to it. But these things are going on right now. Now, there are a lot of changes going on everywhere, and I'd like to touch on them briefly if I may. We have changes all the way up in Alaska. We got changes around Denali. We got changes that are happening quite frequently with the water levels that are changing, because we have a lot of ice melting as well. We have a lot of things going off Anchorage and then coming down. A place called Portage, which was a nothing place in the first place. It was a very, very small place, but now it's gone. Portage. There's like Portage Lake or something there now, but that little nothing of a place is gone. That kind of thing is happening all over. We are having areas come and go. We are having all of our measurable spaces in time and space are changing, and they're changing rapidly. California has issues. Every single part of the state. We got dreams and other stuff down there in Southern California, far Southern California, Chula Vista, San Diego down there, and that part of the metropolitan area. And then I grew up as a kid in Los Angeles. This is not my Los Angeles. A different type of wedge basin all the way around. I grew up in Santa Fe Springs, Pico Rivera, Montebello, Downey, Norwalk. There's a Weddle in East LA, if you could believe that. So, I'm familiar with California, but my California. This California is different. We've had a lot of changes to Bakersfield. We've had a lot of changes to that valley. The southwest part of the state is opening up and leveling out, right? And that is going all the way right up into the San Francisco harbor. San Francisco is having some problems with her water levels, because the bay is changing. The bay is changing in quantum fashions. The San Francisco harbor is changing in quantum fashions and at quantum speeds. So is the entire state of California. For example, coming out of Laguna Mountains down in there and headed west. The Salton Sea is in transformations and changes. And these kind of areas, changes are going all the way up into Southern California, up into the valley, and we are going to have some red Ford issues. I repeat, in California, we are more than likely going to have some red Ford issues in Southern California. So be ready for that to be coming up. We have a lot of changes coming out of Arizona, south of Phoenix and Tucson, that whole area, northern Mexico. The Gulf of California continues to widen, and Baja California continues to have changes. So you're going to have effects coming up on Tijuana. You're going to have effects on Chihuahua with those amazing changes that have been taking place there. North central Mexico has some fantastic changes going on. And we have changes that are heading out into the whole of Mexico, and Mexico is really getting the treatment. The Yucatan, with her spiral arm networks going clockwise and counterclockwise, are moving, and the Yucatan is changing sizes, and quantum activities are happening in Mexico at record levels. Okay, we have Central America on the move, as you can imagine, and we have things that are happening with the Gulf of Mexico going out into the Honduras tract and the Barbados tract, going into northern South America, Suriname, Guyana, going into Brazil. Eastern Brazil is still tracking out wide. A lot of changes happening to the Amazon. We are going to have a lot of super changes to the Amazon coming up, no matter what we do, one way or the other. The Amazon is going to do a dance, and we better be ready for it. But we're going to have those changes in southern central South America, Uruguay, Paraguay. You've got the subaquatic counterclockwise track hundreds of miles off the coast of South America. You've got the Channel or Central Islands that change names all the time. Saunders is in there, going out from Antarctica. Antarctica is in deep, super quick changes. A lot of gray coming off Antarctica right now. You've got a lot of green coming into southern Africa right now, far southern Africa. You've got the tone of that whole change is places right now, and you've got everything going up into the DNC, and you've got the DNC going into Nigeria, right? And Cameroon and Lagos, all those countries right in there are going to have some dramatic quantum changes, as we're going to have a rift in Chad, and she's going to open up into the Atlantic. Okay, the changes that come from Eritrea into far western Sahara are going in just quantum speeds. Sahara has got a lot of moisture coming in there. The Sahara most likely is going to split, and it's going to split open. We got the Mediterranean closing, and you've got the Mediterranean closing fast. You've got the, besides the Palma issues with the islands out there, you've got the issues with the entrance, probably Pillars of Hercules type things, into the Mediterranean. You've got Spain and Africa coming in closer than they ever have before in history. And you're going to have a lot of issues right with Central Sahara, going especially up into the border with Libya and Egypt, because that shock is coming to Egypt, because it's coming to East Africa with the East Africa Rift opening up. Lake Victoria, she's opening up. You've got the Red Sea, you've got the Arabian Sea, and you've got the clockwise motions down in there, as we have a lot of actions. And of course we have actions in Persia, Iran, and Afghanistan. We've got a kind of a semi-click, how do I put this, orbiting figure 8 magnetic flow. It's in quantum fashion, and it's happening in Iran, and it's happening in Afghanistan. And the rock movements in those countries are at quantum speeds, and they're moving exceedingly fast. You have fast movements that are going up into Saudi, which are the Gulf of Aden. That means you're going to have those issues, right, with the going all the way from the Mediterranean, going up into Lebanon, going into Syria, Aleppo, going boom, right over at Baghdad and the valley, and right through there it's going to open up. We're going to have a lot of opening up, as we're going to have Pakistan flowing with a lot of tremendous quantum energy, as we're going to have quantum energy flowing into India, and quantum India issues all the way to Odisha, right across the board, with especially with northern India and Pakistan, with the issues with water, because the rooftop of the world has a lot of water up there, and is going to go into quantum energy, because all that great desert area up there is going to start to move in a silicon fashion with this magnetic flow. It's going to come out, everybody, and it's going to come out quick. It's going to start breaking up into Central Asia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. If you got a stan in your name, you got things on the way, right? So all the way up into where the Mongolian desert used to be, which is the far desert in western China. The full laying out Lake Uves used to be predominantly in Russia. Now it's in Mongolia, but it's going to be heading back out north with Russia coming down. Russia's entire northern section is going to be going, okay? As huge as a country as Russia is, and Canada, they are both going to get waterlogged, okay? We got a lot going on there, because we're going down and we're going in. We're going in, everybody. The sphere, the circumference is turning in a radius. It's like an electromagnetic swirl, and it's all that energy is of vortices, and it's coming in. Whether it's just a loop surface, whatever, right? Some kind of action is going to be demonstrated there. So you're going to have a tremendous amount of changes. Again, those changes are going to be hitting the Nordics. They're going to be hitting Norway. They're going to be hitting Sweden and Finland, the Baltics countries, Estonia, Lithuania, all through there. Those parts of Russia on the far western side. You're going to have St. Petersburg and Moscow affected because of the northern areas going through there. Also going south down to the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. And Kiev, the Ukraine, is going to be seeing tremendous changes, because the Caspian Sea is the sea, the basis, the seeding basis of the water flow that's going to push Asia out. And Asia is going to go all the way out from the Black Sea, all the way to the Yellow Sea, North Korea, South Korea, Japan. And Japan's going to have to be paying attention to Tokyo, Yokohama, Nagoya, Osaka, Hiroshima, the entire country. There was always, when I was a kid, a fable or a myth or a story that the end of the world was when, on the same day, California and Japan would both go into the sea. And that was in the late 60s. That was a big thing. The California and Japan would both go into the water on the same day. Now, I'm not saying I know that's going to happen, because that's a far stretch. These things have surprised me in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways they've gone exactly what I thought they were going to do and exceeded what I thought they were going to do in speed and size. We're busy, everybody. We're not stopped. We're not on a coffee break, okay? All right, everybody, take a look. California is a big concern. Gulf of California, Southern California, south of Phoenix, south of Tucson, the American Southwest, the entire thing, northern Mexico, of course, central Mexico. We have Florida. Florida's our champ for the small, constant changes, twinkling, Tinkerbell changes all the time with Florida. And we've got to look at what's going to be going on with Scotland. Scotland's got a lot going on. It's just right in the center of it. Okay, Texas Danny out. Thanks a lot. Catch you later. Bye.